Imagine this. You wake up, open your banking app, and your stomach drops. The balance stares back like a cruel reminder that no matter how hard you work, the dream of financial freedom feels miles away. I know that feeling. I've been there checking my account and silently bargaining with myself. If I just cut back a little more, maybe things will turn around. But here's the harsh truth. Most people aren't broke because of coffee runs or the occasional splurge. They're broke because of deeper, invisible mistakes that quietly sabotage their wealth. Today, we're going to break those down. 6 mistakes, each one a silent thief, and the practical ways you can stop them before they drain decades of your life. Mistake 1, doubting that wealth is even possible. The most dangerous financial mistake isn't about numbers, it's about belief. If deep down you don't think you can become wealthy, every action you take will reflect that disbelief. You'll avoid risks, stick to safe routines, and sabotage opportunities that could change everything. Think of it like planting seeds. If you don't believe the seed will grow, you won't bother watering it. You'll walk away convinced the soil is barren, yet the seed could have grown into a tree. When I was earning just above an entry-level salary, I spent more time worrying about what I couldn't afford than imagining what I could build. I told myself stories like, people like me don't become millionaires. And because I believed that, my actions kept me. The shift came when I stopped asking, can I do this? And started asking, what skills do I need to learn to make this inevitable? Action for you, replace disbelief with curiosity. Instead of shutting down the thought, I'll never be rich, ask, what would it take? That small shift opens doors. Mistake 2, treating money as a prize instead of a tool. Most people treat money like a trophy to lock away in a cabinet. They save just enough to feel safe, then guard it tightly, never letting it move. But here's the thing, money is more like a hammer. A hammer is useless sitting on a shelf. Its value comes when you swing it. I once hoarded a small emergency fund like it was sacred treasure. I thought having a few thousand tucked away meant I was secure. In reality, it was dead weight. That money wasn't working, it wasn't learning, it wasn't growing. It was just sitting there while inflation quietly stole from it. True security came when I started using money to buy skills, connections, and experiences that multiplied its value. $1,000 spent on a skill that increases your earning power is worth infinitely more than $1,000 sitting still. Here's a story. A friend of mine spent nearly his last $2,000 joining a specialized workshop on digital marketing. Within 6 months, that decision landed him freelance gigs worth 10 times that amount. He didn't cling to his money, he gave it a job, and it paid him back with interest. Ask yourself, is my money sitting idle or is it out there working for me? Because money that's idle becomes stale. Money that's working becomes freedom. Mistake 3, hiding from your own numbers. Here's a question. How often do you actually look at your bank account? Most people avoid it. They'd rather bury their head in the sand than confront the reality. But here's the irony. Ignoring your numbers doesn't make them go away. It makes them worse. Imagine driving a car with a covered dashboard. No speedometer, no fuel gauge, no engine light. You might feel less stressed not seeing the warnings, but you're also one blind corner away from disaster. Money works the same way. If you aren't tracking what's coming in and going out, you're guessing your way through financial life. And guesswork is expensive. The people who grow their income the fastest are the ones who stare their numbers in the face, not with shame, but with curiosity. They ask, okay, this is where I am. What would have to change to move from here to there? Don't treat your bank account like a haunted house. Flip on the lights. Look at it daily, not to punish yourself, but to take control of the wheel. Mistake 4, relying on long-term strategies alone. Many people cling to retirement accounts and high-yield savings as if they are lifeboats. They think slow and steady growth is the only way forward. But slow growth without active skill building is like trying to row across the ocean with a spoon. The math doesn't lie. Putting a few hundred into a savings account every month won't make you free in 10 years. It might give you a cushion in 30, but freedom delayed that long often becomes freedom denied. Real acceleration comes from building income power now. That means learning how to sell, how to persuade, how to create value that others pay for. I once met a teacher who doubled her salary within a year, not by waiting for a system to reward her, but by mastering online tutoring and packaging her skills. She didn't need decades of compounding to see results. She needed one bold year of building leverage. Long-term accounts are fine as a background plan, but the front line of your financial growth must be your ability to create and expand income. That's the engine. The accounts are just the storage tanks. Mistake 5. Spending without multiplication. Here's a rule that separates those who stay stuck from those who rise. If you can't buy something twice, and you can't pay for it with passive income, you can't afford it. Think of luxury items. Bags, watches, cars. They aren't the problem. The problem is, when they drain money, you worked hard to earn instead of money your money earned for you. I remember watching a young entrepreneur celebrate his first big contract by buying a brand new sports car. The pride on his face was real, but so was the car loan. 6 months later, the client canceled. The income dried up, and the car became a chain. Contrast that with another friend who waited. He built rental properties first, let the cash flow pay for his car, and drove it debt-free. The same car, but one represented stress, while the other represented freedom. Before you buy anything fun, ask, could I buy it twice, and is the cash coming from assets instead of sweat? If not, the purchase is a trap. Mistake 6. Flexing to impress. The loudest flex is often the weakest position. Renting luxury cars for appearances, buying designer gear you can't sustain. It doesn't impress the people you hope it will. The ones who actually understand wealth see it as a warning sign. Money's true purpose isn't to decorate your image. It's to build a foundation where you never have to panic when life throws curveballs. Confidence doesn't come from a rented Lamborghini. It comes from knowing your bills are paid by streams of income that flow whether you work or not. If you feel the urge to show off, pause and ask, who am I trying to impress? If the answer isn't yourself, you're building on sand. What actually impresses? Quiet consistency, the ability to provide for your family without fear. The calm that comes from knowing your future is secure. The truth about small luxuries. There's a myth that little indulgences, coffee, treats, small joys are the reason people stay broke. That's nonsense. No generation ever went bankrupt from lattes. What keeps people broke is the belief that they can't create more. There's nothing wrong with buying a coffee or a new pair of shoes as long as those rewards are tied to growth. Finish a course, land a client, close a deal, celebrate with something small. That way the luxury reinforces progress instead of numbing pain. The danger isn't in small joys. The danger is in settling for small dreams. Closing thoughts. Wealth isn't built by punishing yourself. It's built by rewiring how you think, how you act, and how you use money. Stop doubting your ability to rise. Stop locking money away like a trophy. Stop hiding from your numbers. Stop waiting decades for compounding to save you. Stop buying what you can't multiply. Stop flexing to impress strangers. Instead, believe it's possible. Use money as a tool. Face your numbers with courage. Build income today, not just retirement tomorrow. Let assets fund your luxuries and build quiet strength instead of noisy status. If you do this, your financial future won't just improve, it will transform into something unshakable. Like, subscribe, share this with someone you care about, and keep building your path to freedom. You've got this. See you in the next one.